The school visit was Keegan's first official engagement since returning to the South Sea Sharks after a stint playing rugby in Japan.
It is like coming home, twofold. So back to the Sharks where I spent a good 10 years here, and then obviously to literally my home with my wife to see her again. So it's very familiar. Obviously driving in here, it's not too much has changed in terms of the structure and the place itself, but quite a few changes in terms of a few new faces and that. So it's been quite refreshing getting to know the guys again and fitting into what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks in the pre-season. I think one of the things coming back is there's a different mindset at the moment in terms of the team and their thinking and the culture that they're now creating. You know, obviously a lot of guys have moved on and it's time for a new culture to be established. I think the group's quite young and quite exciting and quite impressionable. So it's the time to do that is now. I think now it's more about adapting to the group that we have and fitting in there. And you know, your leadership style has to work with the group of people that you're with. You know, so you know, you lose a lot of experience in the guys that have left in the past. But what you gain is guys that are willing to adapt and willing to just do their role and do their job. Maybe ask a lot less questions and just get on with what Gary and Rob and the coaching staff are trying to achieve at this team.
He made Durban his hometown when he first joined the Sharks in 2006 and is certainly pleased to be back in the city, recently voted SA's #1 place to live in.
Well, I mean, Durban's home. It's a magnificent city to live in. We were fortunate enough to live right by the coast and an hour and a half away in the mountains and 3 hours up the north coast, you're up in Zululand and in the game parks and that sort of thing. So Durban offers such a diverse amount of culture and things to do. You just appreciate our diverse culture that we have in this country, and a lot of things are missed about it. And I think just the familiarity of friends and friendship and that sort of thing is what I missed most when I was in Japan. And I really felt like deep down that I unfinished business here, and the opportunity has come up for me to come back. And I think in the back of my mind in those lonely moments in Japan, you always think about the moment when you can put the jersey on again and run out to Kings Park. It's a magnificent stadium to play at, and I think Shark supporters are all over the world, and the support and the love they have for the brand itself is amazing. So that was always in the back of my mind, and to get that opportunity hopefully sometime in the future, it won't be taken for granted. And I do realise now what they mean by play each game as if it's your last. I know it's quite a cliche and maybe a saying that a lot of people use too often, but when you've felt it and you've lived it, and you get that another opportunity to have another crack, I think you really do know what it means to be a Sharks rugby player.